Hello everyone, welcome to TUTORIEX, and today in this video I'm gonna talk about data types and variables in Python. So this is the third video of my course Python 101. So let's get started. First I'm gonna open my Jupyter notebook. So for that I'm gonna go to command prompt, go to my desktop. You can press tab to autocomplete, and I'm gonna go to Python 101 file and enter, and I'm gonna make it bigger so you all can see. Jupyter notebook. Jupyter notebook, and it's gonna open on Chrome. So in the previous video I made this notebook folder, and there is already one file where I was explaining different types of writing, the way you can take notes in Jupyter notebook. And here I'm gonna make another file, Python 3 file, and name it as variables and data types. Variables and data types, rename. So first I'll increase the cells. In the first cell I'll convert it to markdown, and I'll gonna write, this is how you do heading, variables and data types, and shift plus run, enter, shift plus enter, run. Sorry. So I'm gonna convert this cell 2 into markdown. And so what exactly variable is? So variable is like a container where what contains variable is container. Container, like in our house there is different kind of containers, right? Like in a pot or in a bottle we store water. In our school bag we put books. In a big almirah we put our clothes, and in a locker we put money, like that. Container for data, data. So here in Python we store data inside this container. So there are so many data types. Here I only gonna talk about string, float, integer, like basic data types. So first I'm gonna run this. So variables is container, and here I gonna talk about like data types, integer data types, like whole number, 10, 20, 30. Those are the integer data types. Float like with the 12.33, or the value of pi like 3.14, like that. And there is string, like we write string inside quotation, like hello world, my name, TUTORIEX, just like that. So how do we execute all those stuff in code? So here I gonna make my first variable, like my var equals to 10. So I already said that 10 is integer. So how will we know that this variable is an integer type variable? So for that I'll first run this code, go to the next cell, and use a function called type. So there is a function called type, and we'll talk about functions on later on in course. So I'll write the name of my variable, my var, and then run the code. So you see the output is int. It's int for integer. So you see 10 is an integer. Next I'll like var2 equals to 3.14 and run this code and use type function again, type var2 and run this code. Float, you see float. I'm gonna take another variable like TUTORIEX, and in the next line I'm gonna use the type function, type var3, then run it. So str, that means string. String means like word or whatever you put inside the double quote. So you know, the double quote and single quote are same in Python. And another thing about Python is you don't have to declare variable, you know, before you assign some value to it. Like in other language you have to like int my var or int var1, float var1, string var1, like that. But in Python you just assign the value first, then the variable gonna automatically declare itself, like which type of variable it is. And there are some rules I wanna show you to name a variable. So here's I printed the rules here, like rules for creating variables in Python. A variable name must start with letter or underscore character, like the variable I declared, my var here. My var starts with a m, and you can start with underscore also. And run this cell, see, no error. So you can start a variable name with underscore also. Second rule, a variable name cannot start with a number. Like you can't start a variable name like if you type 99 var equals to 56 and run, you see error, invalid syntax. So you can't start a variable name with a number. So delete this cell. And 3, a variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters, underscores, and A to Z, like capital A to Z, small a to Z, then 0 to 9 and underscore. So this point is easy. I think you understand like what words or whatever can you use to name a variable. The fourth point is variable names are case sensitive, like name. You can see this different, NAME, and here the first letter is capital N, then whole word is capital. So showing like if I name a variable like var equals to 10, then var equals to 20, and var equals to 78. So if I run this code, everything is different. Like if I type var then run this code, output is 10. So because I assign var, you know, 10 to this var, if I put this var which first letter is capital V and run the cell, you see output is 20. And if I the last var which every letter is in capital and run it, the output is 78. So that's how it works. These are the basic rules you use. And there's this last point 5, the reserved words or keywords cannot be used naming the variables. There are so many reserved keywords which we'll see in the next videos. Like for example, like when you're comparing two conditions, like you use and or like that. So if you like and equals to 12 and run it, of course invalid syntax cause and is a reserved keyword. Or like true is a boolean data type. And there's another data type I forgot to mention. Boolean is there are only 2 true, and there are only 2 value can be assigned to a boolean data type. So true and false. Var 5 equals to RUE 5 and run this code true. So this is another data type, it's called boolean. Its value can be true or false. but true is a reserved keyword. Like I was explaining the fifth point, right? So true is a reserved keyword. If you like true equals to 89, like doesn't make any sense, right? So cannot assign to true. Those are the reserved keyword, and that is the fifth point. So that's all for this video. I hope you understood, and this code, this page or whatever will be shared with you in the description. So thanks for watching guys, and see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.